Hey, it's funny. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I remember looking up this doctor. Said he was a holistic doctor, and I was interested because I was looking for alternative methods for figuring out how to navigate GERD and acid reflux because it had been plaguing me for so many years. And someone from church had told me about him, and he had said that he was putting his patients on a diet of soy, wheat, or taking soy, wheat, gluten, and meat out of their diet, which is pretty much, like a vegan kind of Daniel fast. And I had done the Daniel fast for 40 days and it didn't last because I like steak. And, when I saw those dietary restrictions, I was like, man, I like eating cow. So, and I mean, he he didn't take insurance, so I just decided not to go with him because I was going to have to pay out of pocket. But looking back on that now, those dietary restrictions that he's placing on his clients, I realize something. I realize that he is making something a criminal for something for a crime that it didn't commit. The problem is not the soy, the wheat, the gluten, the beef. The problem is, where did it come from? How was it grown? What was the soil that it was grown in? Did it get sunlight if it was a cow? Was it free to roam around and eat bugs if it was a chicken? Those are the questions we should be asking ourselves. And now that I've been on this, this gut cleanse for a month where I'm eating only grass-fed beef, 100%, everything organic. I'm even like going so far as to drink only mineral water out of a glass bottle. Doing 5-minute breath work, getting up at 4 a.m. and walking out in the cold for 20 minutes before I even go to the gym. There's just a few of the things that Gary Brecka talks about on his podcast. My energy levels have just gone through the roof, and it's incredible. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to sleep all day. I maybe slept 5 hours last night, and I don't feel tired at all. I feel energized. I want to do life. I'm excited. I have dreams. I have hope. I have a future. And it's just sad to me that, so many baby boomers and even people in our generation have bought into this mindset of, that, you're just going to be on a medication for the rest of your life, and you're just going to be in the healthcare system and be seeing a doctor every 2 months. And it's just a very weak-minded mindset to me. It's basically a dependent mindset, making yourself a slave to the system when you could be living a life of the ultimate human. And one of my favorite books is by Dr. Daniel Amen called The End of Mental Illness. And I read that book about 5 years ago, but I didn't follow its wisdom because I still hadn't taken the red pill fully. It was still part of this system. I still believed the lie that medication is the problem, or is what we need. And you have a chemical imbalance in your brain. But when I heard Gary Brecka say that 90% of the serotonin that's produced in your body is produced in the stomach, I was like, what? And I don't care what anybody says about him. He's a biologist with years of experience in the medical field. And just because he's not a registered doctor, which, is like the dark side anyway, it doesn't mean anything. Doctors aren't, I shouldn't say that, doctors aren't all evil, but they've been taught something that was taught before from a book. And I just think, we have to get back to the holistic approach to eating things that come out of the ground. And I just hope that more doctors begin to take that holistic approach with their patients, as opposed to just giving them a plaster like I was given with my gastroenterologist to give you a temporary solution to a problem that the medication isn't even solving. Anyway, I digress. That's it for today.